Meantime, Canada's inflation rate, as we told you yesterday, slowed to 2.8% in February, beating expectations for the second straight month. Let's welcome in our money expert, Rubina Ahmed-Haq, who joins us now for more on this. Rubina, the big question everybody wants to know, yet again, what does this mean for interest rates? Is this enough for the Bank of Canada to drop them soon?
Well, it is making it more likely. Before this inflation data came out, the likelihood of an interest rate cut was 50% in June, mid-year, but June is when the economists were looking at, and now that has risen to 80%. So the chances of the Bank of Canada cutting rates starting in June is getting more and more, at least according to economists who forecast things like rate cuts and inflation. And it's really because they're seeing overall Canadians are spending less, saving more, and the core prices, the things that Bank of Canada is going to look at, are coming down. And that really does give them a little bit of comfort in knowing that we would be in a situation where we could see a rate cut and manage it and not spike inflation again.
All right, let's move to the price of our phones. Appearing before MPs Monday, the CEOs of Bell, Rogers, and TELUS insisted that wireless prices are going down. Now, that's
sorry?
Yeah. That's probably coming as a surprise to most of us, as you can see with Jeff's reaction. Is this true?
So if you look at the data, it is true. Our wireless prices have come down about 25%. But the problem is that we are using more and more data. So we may be in a plan that costs less compared to a few years ago, but it is costing us more because we are just using our phones more. So now the real criticism is that if the phone is ubiquitous to, just being part of society, you need to carry it everywhere. You need it to scan to get a menu. You need it to, pay for parking. Everything really happens on your phone. So you're using more data. How can we bring that price of data down? And that's what the CEOs were complaining about. But I agree with you. It doesn't feel like my phone bill has become any less. And I'm a Bell customer, and I did get a letter saying that my plan is going up by $6. So I was a bit irked when I heard the CEO say that they have not increased their plans, because I did get a letter in the last few weeks saying that my plan's going up by that much. And so they are increasing prices to reflect the reality of how much data we're using.
Why am I always in the wrong plan? Whether it's my wireless plan, investments, I'm always my mortgage is up for renewal at the wrong time.
I'm here to guide you, Jeff.
Okay, thank you, Rubina. All right, finally, several retailers, including Walmart and Target, they have announced changes, Rubina, to their self-service registers due to increasing theft. And a lot of people are wondering, are we starting to see the beginning of the end here? Do you think that self-checkout, is it on the way out?
I think they watched our segment from last week when we talked about how these things are not working. And I made the comment that, we should really limit the number of items we're actually allowed to check out when it comes to self-checkout, because you see people with grocery carts full of items. We are humans. We are not, we're prone to make mistakes. We're not trained to actually scan these items properly. There could be a chance that we're scanning them improperly. So this is really American companies. Dollar General, for example, is one that's getting rid of self-checkout altogether, saying there is a lot of theft that's happening, there's mispricing happening. And the number one issue they're seeing is that when you have to weigh and price your item yourself, people are either by purpose or by accident putting in an item that is cheaper than what they're actually weighing, so they're losing money. And so I think the really self-checkout should be for those who are checking in an express situation, so 12 items or less. It is frustrating when you've got people with baskets and baskets of stuff and they're constantly asking the attendant for help, because that's not really what self-checkout was created for.
That's me. That's this guy right here all the time. I need help. I hit the button. A little siren goes off. I need the attendant. That, and if we're going to continue with self-checkout, a humble suggestion, could we just standardize where the barcode is on items?
Yes, I agree.
Just on the bottom, please. Yes.
Or maybe just barcode items. That might also make things quicker. So if you've got anything that needs to be weighed and priced at checkout, then you can't get into the self-checkout, because that's what I think creates the most confusion, especially in grocery stores.
Yes. Agreed.
You're the guy.
Next week, that's what we'll be talking about. They're listening to us, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Rubina.
Thank you.